Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co-author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Laura Thorne. Laura is the Role Model Way consultant and EPR podcast host. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Laura Thorne. Laura, welcome.
Hi, Siddique. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Great question. There's not one specific pivotal moment. My whole life has been a journey, and every piece of that journey has led to where I am now. But I've been surrounded by good friends, supportive people, and not always such supportive places in the workplace, but those opportunities have led me to where I am today.
What are the top 3 mistakes to avoid?
For me, the mistakes to avoid are trying to do everything by yourself, not researching what else is out there when you have an idea for something, and not continuing to learn. It's very important to always be learning.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
Some of my worst failure stories have to do with choosing the wrong clients. So, you're excited about a job, you want to get the money, but then they turn disastrous after a while because you just don't fit well together. So the things that I learned are that the reason that this happens is because your values are not aligned with that client. So it's important to get to know them up front as you do and make sure that you have the values that you've chosen for yourself are aligned in some way with that client. And then the way that I've recovered from that is learning and continuing to learn extreme accountability and being accountable to my values, understanding what they are, and saying, if my gut says this is not right, to listen to it.
What are your top 3 success secrets that others can model from?
So I believe that success is based on a lot of things, but a couple of the top ones are not losing sight of who you are. So not letting other people dictate who you think you should be, making choices aligned with your values, as I said, not just for clients, but in every decision you make for your business and yourself. And then also to keep exploring outside of your comfort zone, either at the edges or completely outside of your comfort zone.
We are about to move into a lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer. Are you ready?
Yes.
What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for everything, but I am super grateful for the opportunity to be here in the moment with you.
How young are you?
I am 44.
Laura, you are not 44. You are 18 years old with 26 years experience.
Still hard to believe.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
Siddique, I have no plans to grow up. I'm just going to keep learning and exploring and growing, and then hopefully encouraging other people to do the same.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
Positive realism. So I'm always staying focused on the reality of what's in front of me, but trying to stay on the positive side of it.
How do you start your day?
I start my day with some yoga and brush my teeth and stuff first, but yoga, tea, and then I review my to-do list that I wrote for myself the day before and reprioritize anything that's changed.
What is the advice you will give to younger yourself?
I would tell my younger self to keep playing the cello.
Once you have a revenue-generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
This was one I learned along the way. I have, through several trial and error, finally have a significant other I don't have to convince. I'm very well supported, and when I have ideas, he's all for it.
What is the impactful business book you have read, and what did you learn from it?
So my favorite book that I am always sharing with other people is The 4 Agreements. So you can get it on Amazon. It's the 4 Agreements it's actually, the whole name is A Practical Guide to Personal Freedom, a Toltec Wisdom book by Don Miguel Ruiz.
What did you learn from it?
It has helped me to remember that the world around us is a societal context that is essentially made up, and that the actions that we take are a reflection of that. And so we have control of how we see it and then how we react to it. So I absolutely just love the concept, and it's an easy read.
Why being impactful is important to you?
It's important to me. The way that I think that being impactful to me plays out is in mentoring. And I think that in helping others to succeed. And I think because I spent a lot of my early years doing things for myself and figuring stuff out on my own, it's important to help others to avoid the trial and error that comes with doing that.
Who is your living mentor and what's the impact?
I have several, but one I would like to talk about is Darren Hardy. So he wrote The Entrepreneur's Roller Coaster, and I am a huge fan. He's very practical and down to earth. And I have learned a lot about the reality of being an entrepreneur.
What do you want to be remembered for?
This is a tough one for me. I don't know that I care about being remembered. I just want people to be inspired by the actions that I take, and to feel like they can learn from me and approach me and talk to me.
I understand that you have another business book you would like to share. Let's talk about what is that business book name, who is it written for, and what did you learn from that?
Sure. This other book is the What Got You Here Won't Get You There by Marshall Goldsmith. He's wonderful, very down to earth also, and easy to read, and just does a great job of not only telling you what you should do, but also how to do it, which I really love in a development book.
Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client are clients and business owners who care, who want to see the world in a better place, who want to help their employees have better lives and help their customers to have better lives through their products and services.
How can we support you?
Many ways, but one would be listening to the EPR podcast. The other would be going to therolemodelway.com, and you can sign up there for 12 months of behind-the-scene leadership actions on our email list and become those role model leaders that we need more of in the world.
We are about to wrap up. I'd like to have a few words about your today's guest experience on the show. Here is my question. What would you say about your today's guest experience on the show?
This has been great, Siddique. I think we talked earlier about how I love the systems and processes that you have in place. And it's been just a pleasure meeting you in this way and having this time together this morning.
What would you say as a final word?
Final word is just be aware of your influence on the world. I think that we forget that even our smallest actions, people are watching in whatever roles that we're in. So mother, father, business owner, leader, manager, every action behavior that you take affects somebody in some way. And the more that we take ownership of that, the better we can use our influential powers for good.
Thank you so much, Laura, for sharing your wisdom with us today. On the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team, we really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.